There's a saying that Africans work 24/7. So apart from people's 9 to 5, people are thinking about, everyone has a side gig or two where they're trying to make more money. And so really our concern is helping people do this efficiently and be fulfilled with what they're doing. So the problems we're solving are problems that revolve around inefficiency in the workplace, unproductivity in the workplace, just mental health challenges as it relates to work.
What we're trying to solve at start is helping people build wealth. I think what most people want is financial stability. And the big problem they have is not being able to meet their bills because of cash flow limitations. And that's where we come in at start.
Messenger started off as a traditional logistic company, fulfillment centers and fulfilling last mile deliveries within the city of Abuja. We decided to leverage on technology end of last year, and we are now a platform that finances and aggregates end-to-end logistics and supply chain operations.
So what sets us apart is we're just not an interior design company or an architecture company or a construction company, but a solutions company.
What sets Messenger apart basically is our focus on operators. So we're one of the only companies in Nigeria at this time that is focused on logistics operators and gig workers.
It was important to us at the beginning that we found a debt partner. It did two things. It put us under pressure of understanding our business. And that's why companies like Advancedly are really super empowering the ecosystem, understanding small businesses like ours.
But we started to realize that the bigger the projects we wanted to take on, the more important it was to access to funds. And that's why we went for debt capital.
First of all, it's easier and it's a faster fit since we already know our unit economics and how much we make on certain assets. So we can easily gauge the business and have a profitable model that helps repayment, helps the gig workers, and also helps Messenger as a whole. We have our model, and at that point, we needed debt. We didn't need to start purchasing bikes with equity investment. That wasn't really going to make a lot of sense.
We thought about the collateral system to lower the cost. We thought about how to raise capital, and that's why working with Advancedly has been very, very magical for us in a way that we are able to raise capital in a sustainable manner, and that has enabled us to be able to give credit much cheaper than what even the traditional banks are able to give to personal customers.
Immediately I saw the advert, like it was tailor-made for Messenger. I was like, these are our guys. And the fact that they decided to partner with CUALA, I'm like, man, we have to get this. Like, this is almost like saying, come and take it.
It was a very good experience. When the opportunity came up and they said you could access funding, I thought it would be the typical Nigerian banking experience where you're trying to get money from the bank and they're telling you to bring your house, your father's house, and whatnot. There's a simpler approach. The equity system is sound, and you don't have that luxury with banks. You have to be uptight. You have to say things that need to be said, so you don't get blacklisted and whatnot. For Advancedly, it was easy being open.
I think the alumni are taking it one step further, and Advancedly, pushing this initiative with the alumni is just proof of what we are saying, right? But now the alumni is taking a more active view in how to help us build our business.
There's no one who has been in Abuja that will say that in a day they haven't seen a Messenger bike, and we have Advancedly to thank for that. We added 50 new assets to our current fleet. So definitely we are number one in the city of Abuja, and that would not have been possible without financing from our partners at Advancedly.
Started out thinking, oh no, we're going to build well, this is what we want to do. But then when we got to the market, we realized people have a different set of needs, and we didn't hesitate to, restructure how we think, to, think about how to meet the needs of our consumers. Another thing is another thing to reach a broader audience and see that it really, really works. So we've evolved in the sense of organic growth, really. So just telling people about what we do and then watching their faces light up, like, oh, I really needed this. Where have you been all my life?
It's a great impact in our business, really, in the sense that we can do more, knowing that if we need the funds to carry us, we can access them.
Advancedly has taken a step further in thinking about small businesses and being willing to help them build. And I've seen that in the way they work with us, right? So it's not just in saying, okay, we provide you money or we provide you money at the price that works. It's that they want to understand my business. So it's more like I'm an extension of their own internal operations, right? And that's what makes them really, really unique and different from other providers in the market.
So where we see ourselves is the last mile delivery space. We want to champion last mile deliveries, and we have earmarked our way of doing that through our MFlex product.
So to summarize it as much as possible, we want to make B2B the most notable name as a content work on the continent.
What we like to say is we're building the HNI banking for the middle class. The ability to constantly build wealth while leveraging different financial tools. The next we want to do is what we call Wealth Star, where you start to build a form of pension that works for you today. That's the long-term view of Star.
The advice we have for those coming up, you have to really know your unit economics, so it's quite clear what your business can produce.
When you think about credit, if you understand that credit is a tool for people, for extra liquidity for people, then you have to understand that you're not trying to max out on one customer, right? Or you're not going to punish 5 customers because of one bad customer, and so you max out. Second is that you need to make sure your unit economics works from day one. You think about the debt you are raising as supply, like the container that you bought to put inside your shop, and you need to be sure that you're selling it at a price that works. So you need to make sure your supply side matches your demand side.
Not every business needs equity funding, especially at the beginning. If you can get debt at the early stages of your business and you can manage it, I would say that if you can handle it early enough and reserve some equity for the founders, then you should go for it. But definitely you need a lot of expertise, you need a lot of in-house financial management to be able to do that, especially when you're dealing with an organization that is, will I say, entrenched into like alumni networks and things like that. You don't want to disappoint, and you don't want to create a sour experience for other people going into such programs.
And then just start to think big. Be audacious, really. Debt capital is the cheapest form of capital, cheaper than equity, and it helps you keep ownership of your business while still scaling.
I need to find a lender that understands your business.
And then, obviously, I'll say talk to Advance Lead. They're an amazing partner to work with. I've had better experience working with them compared to your traditional banks.